Hey everyone, it's Tori and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. For today's video, I'm sharing my bullet journal setup for February 2024. I'm sharing my little February section of my planning page really quick, and for this month I picked a birthday theme since my birthday is February 5th, and I've surprisingly never done a birthday theme in the past. As always, I'm starting out with a flip through of last month, and for January I did this dreamy dragons theme. I'm in love with this color palette, and if you want to see this plan with me, I will have it linked in the cards for you to check out. Before we get into the setup, let's take a look at some of the supplies I'll be using in today's video. I typically try to link all of my bullet journaling supplies in the description box, but if I ever forget to link anything, please just comment below and I'll share the link with you from there. I've got a few different markers and pens and washi tapes that I'm using throughout this video, and for a couple of these things I do have affiliate codes, so those will be linked below as well. Now without further ado, let's hop into my cover page for February 2024. First, I need to say that this theme is completely inspired by PH Doodling here on YouTube. She did this for her birthday month in 2022, and this cover page has been saved on my Instagram for so long, and I finally decided to take this inspiration photo and make it a theme in my own bullet journal. I'm in love with her color palette, but I wanted mine to not be exactly the same, so I went with some chocolatey browns and pinks, which you'll see later. I kind of wanted to give some like Neapolitan vibes, or some kind of like chocolate covered strawberry flavored, I don't know. I just wanted to somehow combine a birthday theme with Valentine's Day. So similar to PH Doodling, we've got a tiered cake in the middle with candles and dripping frosting and flowers, which is so cute. And I also loved her idea of having streamers and garlands at the top, which is super easy to doodle and to add into your own spreads if you recreate this theme. And if you do, make sure to tag me and PH Doodling 21 on Instagram. I'd love to see them. By the way, if you have a birthday in February, or if you're an Aquarius like me, comment down below on this video. I'm curious to see how many of you guys are part of the February birthday/Aquarius club. After finishing up this cover page, we are moving on to my dashboard. I'm doing my dashboard layout the same as last month because I really love the functionality of it. I have a mini February calendar and a vertical monthly down the left side where I write any events or appointments that are going on. On the top right, you'll notice that there are 4 small boxes, which are for my goals. The headings are going to be read, crochet, cook, and other. And I fill out my goals in these boxes in my monthly reset videos. My February reset should actually be the video after this one, so please make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on my upcoming content. Underneath my goal boxes is a big space for a general monthly to-do list, and after coloring in the streamers that are going across the top, that is my dashboard spread complete, and we are moving on to some trackers. For my habit tracker, I've cut myself back to 10 habit grids this month instead of 11 that I put in January. You probably noticed in the flip through in the beginning of this video that I only tracked 9 habits last month. I think 10 is still going to be too much for me, but I plan to track the same 9 habits for February, which is making my bed, walking, washing my hair, flossing, reading, crocheting, cooking, writing in my daily journal, and no snacking. I'm also hoping to take a walk at least once this month because I didn't at all in January, which is awful, but I tend to take walks a lot more when it's warmer out. That's just my sad reality, but I'll still keep it as a habit around in the meantime. I finished up this spread with a little slice of cake and some flowers at the bottom, and now we are getting into my gratitude log. For my gratitude log, I'm keeping it simple as always with a 2-column format with a space to write one thing I'm grateful for each day for all 29 days in February. I had a little bit of extra space at the bottom right corner, so I added in a cute little party hat and some sparkles, and that is this page complete. Let's hop into my anxiety tracking and health-related spreads. On the left side, I have my stress and health blog, which I kept the same as January. I really liked that setup. I have space to write about what I'm stressed about each day at the top of this spread, and any health-related things will go next to the corresponding day at the bottom. I like how this page is super simple, and I made the highlights different colors for the different sections of the spread. And now let's get into my favorite spread of the setup, which is my anxiety tracker. For my anxiety tracker, I took inspiration, of course, from PH Doodling, but this was her mood tracker in her journal, and I'm using it to track my anxiety each day. So I have this huge cake in the middle of the page with 29 candles on it. Each day I will color in a candle based on how high my anxiety gets, which I will reference in the key at the bottom of the cake. haven't colored it in yet, but I have 4 circles at the bottom between the flowers. Light pink means no anxiety, the medium pink means a little anxiety, hot pink means a lot of anxiety, and green means a panic or anxiety attack. I think I might add in the faces representing each stage of anxiety after this video because I forgot to do it here, but typically I have the least amount of anxiety on the left and the most amount on the right, so even if I forget to add the symbols, I still know what it means, and that's really all that matters. After finishing up coloring my anxiety tracker, we are moving on to my expenses log. For my expenses log, I messed up a little on the left side where I have 2 shorter boxes. One was for my bills, one was for my income. I didn't leave space at the top of each box to write income and bills. I don't know what I was thinking. This has been my layout for almost a year, so you'd think I'd remember how to set it up, but here we are. The 2 columns down the middle are for my outgoing expenses like gas, food, Amazon, Archer and Olive, Pretty Little Studios, all that good stuff. And then shoved off to the right side is a little box that is titled What's Going On, and that is short for What's Going On in the World, and this is just where I write any notable news or media stories that went on this month, so when I'm looking back on my journals in years in the future, I can see what was going on. For decorations, I'm adding birthday presents at the bottom left and a cupcake at the bottom right. I will leave my doodle inspiration photo on the screen here, which is from Pinterest, and I also took inspiration from this picture when I was making the little party hat on a prior spread. I get questions sometimes about my teeny tiny writing at the top of the boxes, and you can see it a little bit better when I do a close-up of the spread once it's complete, but the top of the 2 smaller boxes on the right say date, amount, and description, and my long expenses boxes down the middle say amount, C-C, which means credit card or cash, and description as well. After putting some final touches on my expenses log, let's hop into the last spread of this plan with me, which is my monthly review. My monthly review is a place where I kind of sum everything up at the end of each month, starting with some monthly highlights and a Polaroid of a picture that I took during February. My loving section at the bottom left is a place for me to write everything I'm loving during the month that aren't in the categories of watching, reading, or listening to over on the right. So this is where I would write like food I've been loving, clothes, journaling supplies, anything completely random like that, and anything that I want to remember. My watching section has 3 TVs for me to write a movie I loved, TV show, and YouTube channel. For reading, I have a space to write 3 books I've read this month, as well as stars to fill in my star rating for each book. The bottom right page have a couple things shoved together. I have a section titled Listening To, which is where I'll write a couple songs or albums I've been listening to this month. Then there's a box with a ball of yarn to write something I crocheted, and below that is a box with a spoon, yes, believe it or not, there's supposed to be a spoon, to write something I cooked. I had this in my January monthly review, and I wasn't sure how I felt about it, but apparently I liked it enough to keep it going for February, so we'll see if I end up changing it at some point this year. By the way, in addition to filling out my dashboard for February, I will be filling out my January monthly review in my February reset, so again, please make sure you keep an eye out for that video, it should be coming soon. We are now entering the final flip through portion of today's video, and I want to encourage you all to comment down below what your theme is for February this year, and also a cake emoji if you made it to the end. I appreciate you all so much. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe while you're here. Also, don't forget to check out my bullet journal social medias. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!